Namaste, I am Sridhar Banigiri, welcoming you to my channel. Today the subject which I want to discuss and share is about liberation. What is liberation and how I got liberated from fatigue, boredom and tiredness. I want to share these very important aspects or very significant part of us. What is liberation? What I mean by saying liberation? First, I want to emphasize here, whatever I am sharing is my personal experiences. The personal experiences I gained over a period of time, and how my learning became, or how my learning started to rise exponentially after me attending an inner awakening program conducted by His Holiness Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda. After me attending that program, a 21-day program, how things started shifting in my life. All these videos I am making is out of those experiences which is shifting. Every day, every moment, the changes which are happening in me, I am sharing it in the form of these videos. I usually call them self-knowledge videos or life series of self-knowledge videos. Today I want to expand and talk about a very important subject called liberation. How I got liberated from tiredness and boredom and fatigue also will be understood by me sharing this video. When I say how I got liberated, I am not just saying it by words. Before me attending Inner Awakening program, I was suffering from fatigue. And when I used to go and meet doctor, the doctor used to say that he ordered for a blood checkup, and after a series of blood checkup he told that there is deficiency of your blood platelet counts. Because of that platelet counts, you are feeling fatigue. And series of tablets and series of medicines also he recommended. I mean to say Ayurvedic medicines. But yet, whenever I used to check my reports, my platelet counts were less, and I had this feeling of fatigueness. After me attending the Inner Awakening program, this fatigueness got liberated. I am no more feeling fatigue. I am no more feeling that boredom. I am no more feeling that tiredness. This is what I mean when I say I got liberated from these very troubling problems of life. First of all, I want to say what is liberation. If we understand the concept of God, the subject is very huge. It's like an ocean. I am just touching upon that. A drop, I mean to say, the subject of God itself, I am just touching upon it. We all know that God is something which we all have a big question mark. Most of them will be experiencing God in different ways. Some people will be dismissing that there is no God, but definitely no one can deny the presence or the no presence of God. What is this God? All these days of inquiry, I had an idea about God. The God what we all know, an expansion or abbreviation can give like generator, operator and destroyer. The one who generates, operates, and destroys. This is what our understanding or my understanding of God was. So everything around the world in my life, whichever I had seen, these earthquakes or volcanoes or these tsunamis or natural calamities, I used to attribute to the generation, operation, and destruction. God was always an idea outside me. God was always an idea which is beyond me or above me. This is what my idea of God was. This is all my personal sharing. So whatever I am sharing is the experience what I underwent. This is how I used to know or understand what God is. When I did my Inner Awakening program with His Holiness Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda, he gave a new definition or a new idea or a new concept about God. It is not just the Hindu system or Vedic systems. In Hinduism, the supreme personality of Godhead is not just limited to generator, operator, or destroyer, which the Western world understands. It is beyond generation, operation, destruction. It is this God is the God understanding of Eastern or understanding of Western world of God, or even Eastern world of God, is much more than what God is actually. When he said that, it really was an eye-opener for me personally, because when he said generation, operation, destruction, and there is one more called delusion and liberation. That is, in Sanskrit it is said generator, operator, destroyer, one who puts you in delusion, and then one who liberates you. This is what is God or Godel. In Sanskrit it is understood as Srishti, Sthiti, Samhara, Tribhava and Anugraha. Friends, as I am sharing this information of God, DL, Godel, I encourage each one of my viewers to look within and find out with their own understanding what this GODDL means. You can get to know more and more about this if you watch the videos of Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda, and if you wish to know more about what it is. My experiences which I am sharing is based on the understanding which I got, how I understood these concepts of God, how I got liberated from the fatigues and boredoms which I used to carry. When I say me, here it's me personal. God is a very big concept, but when I'm saying about me, I'm talking about me, it looks like I'm very, very self-centered or very, very selfish or talking about me, myself. What I understood with the teachings of my Guru, Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda, is Godel need to be understood or experienced in each and every move or each and every aspect of our living. It is moment to moment of living that we understand God. It is not outside us. It is within us, looking inside us. We can touch upon this supreme personality. We can touch upon means we can experience what that everybody seeks or looks for, God. How I apply this is, all these years, my 49 years I have not gone, and though I am a Hindu, I have not gone in front of the God and sat for puja. I knew that the process of puja was there, but I was not confident to go and sit in front of God and to do puja. All that got transformed after I attended this program. The speciality or the beautiful thing what I understood is the context what I got to do this puja. Puja means in Hinduism there is a specific time we sit in front of God We sit in front of the deity and pray. This is what we call as puja. In other communities, in other religions, they call it in different names. In my religion, doing puja means sitting in front of God with all the items or all the things like fruit, lamp, flowers, bilwa leaves, tulsi leaves, all this, collecting all this, keeping it in place and doing this puja regularly with an intention or with a context. That is what is connecting with God is. How much we are doing that, in that itself we experience what is generation, what is operation, what is destruction, and what is illusion or delusion, and what is liberation. Friends, I will just give briefly my understanding. If you want to know further, you need to follow Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda to understand more and more and get liberated. That's what I can say. Bhagavan says, in generation, bring in integrity. In operation, bring in authenticity. In destruction, bring in responsibility. There is God means integrity, authenticity, and bring responsibility in destruction also. All this is day to day, we need to experience it ourselves. When one experiences day to day all these three aspects, God, all these three aspects, one will have the connection to the Almighty. The next, in our Hinduism, to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we will go one step further by saying God, generator, operator, destroyer, bringing in integrity, bringing in authenticity, bringing in responsibility. Then delusion means it is about enriching. Delusion or maya, or what we call as delusion is delusion means illusions. You can think that which is not permanent or which has impermanence. The exact meaning of delusion you need to find out. What I mean to say delusion here is everything which is there in our perspective is all, in all our perspective it is delusion. The reality is different. Our perspectiveness is delusion. Perception is different. Our perception is different. I can say it is our perceptions. In these perceptions, to identify the delusion, how do we identify this delusion? Or how do we gain mastery over this delusion? It is just by enriching. Enriching. What I am doing now is enriching my viewers. Enriching my viewers about the ideas and concepts of God. As I am enriching myself, when I am enriching others, I enrich myself also. That is how it is called as generator, operator, destroyer, the one who puts you in delusion. To come out of this delusion, we do enriching. Finally, it is liberation. How do we liberate ourselves? Is by causing others reality. If I can cause others reality, if I can cause, by this video, if I can cause and make my viewers to come out of their boredom, to come out of their tiredness, if I can make them to liberate themselves from the fatigue they have, about the boredom they have, about the tiredness they have, which they have experienced, if I can make them to come out of it, that is I am causing. That is what liberation is. So in Hinduism, the Supreme Personality of Godhead can be or experienced in all these 5 states. These 5 states is what the Vedic wisdom is. the Vedic wisdom or Hindu wisdom is quite different from every other understanding about what God is. I am really proud, and I can say I am really happy. I am exhilarated to share this. I can say that. I am exhilarated to share these ideas about God and about the ideas of God and the ideas of delusion and liberation. Friends, now it's time to tell a story. Because in story we get easily connected and related to the ideas which we are trying to understand. This story is very, very interesting and very unique. I picked this story from Prajnananda's book about pebbles from the pond. The story is very interesting. This story I will start. This story I will tell you how it goes on. There was a singing bird, a tiny singing bird in the forest which can understand human language, and it used to sing beautifully. This tiny bird was caught by a hunter. The bird which has the unique capacity to understand human language and the bird which could sing. This bird was caught by this hunter, and this hunter seeing this uniqueness of this bird, he sold this bird to the king, or he gave this bird to the king, and this bird became the palace bird, or a bird with a golden cage. The king was very much impressed that he possessed this bird, and he looked after that bird very well. Whatever it wanted, he gave it, and he gave a golden cage for this bird. This bird, the singing bird, always was experiencing, though it had all the luxuries and the comfort of the palace, it was always craving or earning to reach its people, or it was earning to know about the whereabouts and the status of its counterparts or birds. It was yearning to be with the bird clans. It was always thinking about the birds in the forest. Though this bird was very happy in the palace with all its luxuries, it had a deep yearning to be with other birds in the forest. So one day, it overheard the king tell that he was going for hunting, and he was going for hunting where this bird was found. So this bird who overheard the king saying that the king is going for hunting, it started to merrily sing. So it sang so beautifully, the king was impressed, and he came to the bird, and he was listening to the beautiful singing of the bird. The bird asked the king a favor. It told the king, when you are going, I knew that you are going to the hunting to the forest which I was picked up. So when you are there, if you find my counterparts, if you find my clan of birds, you just convey to them that I am here in the palace in a golden cage, and I am happy. You can convey that message to my friends there. So this is what the bird told the king. The king was joyful. He agreed. Definitely, when I see any birds, I will convey this message to your friends, he told, and he left for the forest for hunting. Then on the way, when he saw some tiny birds, and he started communicating with the birds, and the birds started communicating back to the king. Then he understood that the bird which communicated back to him knew the language of humans, and he knew that that bird belonged to the bird which is there in the palace. So he explained to that bird in the forest about this bird in the palace. As soon as the bird listened to the message what the king was conveying, that bird fell down dead. The king was surprised. He went and he was surprised and shocked to see, when he conveyed this message of the bird from the palace, this bird fell down dead. He came back to the kingdom. He went to the bird, and he told the bird in the palace that this is what happened. I saw I saw one of you, one amongst you I saw in the forest. When I spoke, that bird also communicated. Then I knew it is from your clan. So when I communicated to that bird about you, that bird fell down dead. He told this to the bird in the palace. As soon as this bird in the palace listened to the king, it also fell dead. It also fell dead, and the king was surprised. He called the servants and he told them to dispose of this bird also. As soon as the servants opened the cage, took out the bird flew off. The bird flew off to the surprise of the king. The story about this is, the story why I have shared this story is, the bird got a message from the king about the other bird in the forest, how to get liberated. When the king told the thing to the bird in the forest, the bird fell down dead. So the king assumed that the bird was dead, and when he shared this information to the bird in the palace in the cage, it got that information and it also fell dead, pretended it fell dead. So the king knew that the king thought it was dead, and when they removed the bird, it flew off. It never knew how to go out of the cage, but it got that information or message through the king from its counterpart, and it got liberated and it flew off. Friend, why I am sharing this story? If you contemplate on this story, it is very, very interesting. If one contemplates on this story, we can understand the message which was conveyed by the bird in the forest was picked up by the bird in the cage. The king was just a mediator. He never knew what exactly is happening. But this bird picked the message what the counterpart gave, and it pretended dead and flew off. There is so much to understand, and there is so much to think about in this story about what liberation means. This is what I am conveying to my viewers. Getting liberation or how to get liberated is not a big impossible thing. Simple. You follow Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda's teachings, or you feel curious to know about what he said and what he says, you will get connected. Definitely you would have gone beyond your understanding about what reality actually is. This is what I want to convey. My conveying could be understood as the bird in the forest conveying to the bird in the cage. If you all got this story, what I said, definitely each one of you all will be curious enough to know more and more about Bhagavan Paramahamsa Nityananda's teaching. With this, I end this session of enriching. Definitely I will see you again with new videos about different subjects which will be of interest to each one of us, every one of us. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my videos. I will share some links in this video. Below this video you can find the links. You can go to those links and get all the information about the living avatar who's right now present amongst us. Saying so, I take your permission to leave. Nityanandam, may all of us be in eternal bliss. Thank you.